Good morning, folks. Got some coffee today. It's about 7 o'clock here. Welcome to the Wagon Wheel of Wisdom one more time. I am Kevin, your host. As usual behind me, you see the wagon wheel, and hopefully still got a little bit of wisdom up here for you. This video is a little different this morning. I wanted to comment about how grateful I'm feeling about something and how driven is another good word, and just kind of what I'm feeling this morning about it. A couple weeks ago, I decided to start coaching as an assistant on my son's football team, and he is playing for a team called the Southside Raiders. He is one of two white kids on the team, and from 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and then the 7th and 8th grade teams, I want to say there might be 5 white kids total. At first, I was a little, I'll just say I was probably scared to some degree, a little fearful, just because I have not been around that much, and I realize that comes from a place of naivety, because I've lived in Madison for, Jesus, going on 20 some years now, but it's just, I've been living white man's world my entire life. I grew up in a small town. To put it into perspective, I graduated with 42 kids in my class, 42 white kids, and I think there was 1,300 people in town at that time, and maybe one black person. So it's a culture I haven't been around. And when I first showed up there, I showed up at the park. I was in a state of shock almost, and I had said to my ex-wife, I'm like, did we sign up for the wrong group? Like, I don't understand. And she goes, no, this is where we are at based on where we live. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she kept kind of talking to me about it. And she goes, you should coach. You would be good at this. And I kind of went back and forth a little bit about it. And I thought to myself, I don't know. I don't know if I'd fit in. The fear stuff, the negative self-talk popping into my head. So one day I finally walked over to Coach, and he shook my hand, and we just hit it off and began talking. And he absolutely asked. He goes, anytime, or if you feel like you want to help, man, he goes, step right up. We're always looking for some help, for some assistants and coaches and whatnot. And so I jumped at the opportunity. I'm going to sit here and stare into this camera and say this was one of the best decisions I have ever made in my lifetime. I am enjoying this and loving this on a level that it's unexplainable. You're seeing me tear up a little bit. I am an emotional person, but it is absolutely profound, the impact that this is having on my life. It couldn't have come at a better time. I'm starting to realize that, maybe coaching is inside of me. My dad coached me growing up. So I have been around it in my lifetime. I've never stepped up to the plate to be a leader, and perhaps it's because I've never really thought of myself as a leader, but I am immersing myself in this and enjoying it so much. And just in the few short weeks that I've been there, at first when I pulled up to the park is usually incredibly busy. People are outside everywhere. Playing hoops, just sitting around, cooking out. It was shocking to a degree, just because of the level of community that still exists within black culture. It was shocking. I don't see that anymore really in white culture to that degree, to that level. And it's like this kind of gives me some hope for the world. Like, this is beautiful. And the way that they embrace football, I love this game, but I forgot how much I love this game. And it's reignited that flame inside of me about that love for the game. Football, let's be honest, it is a brutal sport. It takes a special kind of person to want to engage in this game. The long and short, there's a good chance you might get hurt playing this game because of how fast-paced and how brutal it is. But at the same time, man, I played 4 years of high school football, and then I had the great privilege of playing 2 years of it was semi-pro. There was a team out of the city I lived in, and we played down in Milwaukee. I played there for 2 years, and that was one of the greatest times of my life playing in that. We had a lot of ex-college football players on our team. We played against a lot of ex-college football players, so it was the real deal. I mean, we strapped up and we got after it. But now to see this and to coach, and more importantly, to help coach my son, is a gift from the universe, and I am embracing it with open arms. And with that, I've been embraced, it feels, with open arms. People at first were a little hesitant, like, who's this guy? Who is this guy? And as they seen, I brought my son there, went over to the football field, haven't had a single issue. Parents are amazing. Parents are engaged. Parents are engaged. They're there to watch practice. And the one thing that I really like to see, black people are not afraid to discipline their kids, even in public. They don't care. Your kid's acting up, they're going to let them know. Or excuse me, their kid's acting up, they're going to let them know. And I'm sure some people are about, well, I discipline my kids. Okay, sure. I, as a white human being, haven't seen anything like this, but find it to be incredibly valuable and necessary. You know, it isn't done from a place of where they're trying to be abusive towards them. It's done in a place deep in their heart because they know at a young age they need to instill some values in them for a very tough world. And if I could make a comment about something, I think we're seeing today, with the way things are, a lack of discipline in many people that have now grown up, and I mean across the board, all races. Entitlement, that you don't need to work for things and things like that, where they get after them. They want the best version of them, and the outlet for football provides that. I've heard multiple times, and I've heard this before in the past, but it never registered until now. You know, we're keeping these kids off the street. It's like, all right, yeah, this is from a completely different vantage point now that I can see this, and just what an incredible experience it is based on that, because I am learning a lot, and it has humbled the hell out of me as a person. Opened my eyes up to so much, and my son's team didn't play yesterday, but we went to 3 different games. I helped coach the 6th grade, which was again an incredible experience, and man, are the parents into it, screaming, tailgating. I mean, it was a beautiful sight. And again, they get after the kids during the game. You know, the coaches do too, but behind us, man, they are into it, disciplining their kids on the sidelines. If they did something wrong, they're up in their face too. It truly is. Again, I'm gonna say, I sit here and I'm almost speechless at times, but it has been an ultimate surprise. But I tell you what, if it has done anything for me, it's instilled hope for the future of humanity, and maybe we all can learn a little bit of something from this. Again, I was just a naive white kid, it seems like, and I am fully embracing this. And I have to thank my ex-wife from the bottom of my heart for suggesting I do this. Again, it's opened my eyes to something truly amazing, a side of life that I've never seen before. And God damn it, I think that's what we're here on this planet to do. Experience life, embrace it. Embrace the opportunities that come your way, no matter what they are. And not to sound selfish, but as I said, it could not have come at a better time. And you know, in my previous videos, I'm going through some stuff, and I think if I could narrow it down or hone it down to one thing, I've lost sight of what love really is. And it's doing things like this. It's helping people out. It's helping kids out. It's, well, the long and short, it's helping me out too, and I like to believe that it is then being conveyed out. That might be the wrong word, not conveyed, but you get my drift. I'm now projecting that outwards and just embracing it for what it is, and I look forward to every practice that we have. I'm learning a lot in practice too. I'm learning how to coach each kid a little bit different. They all learn very differently. Half the time getting them just to bring their equipment to practice is a chore, but at the same time you kind of coach and I both do the same thing. We're like, hey, where's your pants at? And I don't mean like their pants, but their football pants. And we'll just put our head down and just kind of shake them like oh Jesus. You have to laugh at it in some capacity to truly enjoy it and see the comical side of it. But I just wanted to share that with you this morning. As you can see, it's written on my face that this is a beautiful thing. But with my other videos, it's kind of this journey that I'm going through right now. A little more self-discovery than ever before. New opportunities come in my direction that I would normally have been resistant to, but it's building up that inner confidence in myself. And you know what? Maybe I'm a hell of a lot more of a leader than I ever thought I was. And God damn it, that's a huge victory for me from a self-esteem standpoint. So, life will knock you down, but you get up to fight another day. So, Wagon Wheel of Wisdom, love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm probably going to do another video today. I've got some other things I wanted to talk about, but I'll probably wait for my little man to get up. He's still sleeping right now. So, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.